did all alright. Had no need to fight tonight.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Legends Never Die podcast. This is your host, Hunter Frugier, alongside co-hosts Dustin and Matt. Frank on the computer as always, and what a week we had in sports. Another good week of MLB baseball season. NBA playoffs have started, and we had a guy we're familiar with made a push on the golf course. So we'll cover a lot. NBA draft coming up and NFL draft. So we'll jump right into our bold takes, and I'll let Matt start it off.
Yeah, I got to go to the Masters tournament we just had this weekend. Tiger winning his 15th major championship. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of golf, but when Tiger's on the hot streak on the Masters, you know I'm tuning in.
Yeah, Tiger did his thing out there. That's his 5th Masters, one behind Jack Nicklaus for first all-time. I think he's the best golfer ever, and I take it a step further. I think he's the most iconic athlete ever, period, over Michael Jordan. Crazy it is to say, but I believe it. Tiger's that guy, and I'm proud that he's back. I feel like he's going to do well in this next event, and I always say it, but I think I mean it this time. He's back.
My bold take is from college basketball to the NBA. I think there's a strong push Ja Morant might go number 1 overall over Zion. I think Zion's positionless in the NBA. He's not big enough to play center, not big enough to play power forward. Too big to play guard. So
they'll make a new position just for him, I feel like. But yeah, with Zion, like you said there, he declared for the draft. He did an interview, said it was the best year of his life, best year of his career, blah, 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 I'm sure. Still didn't win a championship, though, so I'd take his college career as a letdown. He won the Player of the Year and every other award that had mattered. And then your boy Ja Morant, like you had said, declared. R.J. Barrett declared. Everybody declared as expected, right?
Yeah.
So far.
LSU had almost every guy on their team declare.
All right, so I'll jump into my bold take, and I'll move it over into NBA basketball. Like I've already stated before, Rockets are going to win the West. They're not going to have to play Clippers second round. Luckily, they'll probably play them third round because I got the Spurs upsetting the Nuggets. So that'll push that matchup back around. And with the injury to Boogie Cousins, I feel like Rockets are enough to beat them. So give me Rockets in 6 coming out the West and winning it all versus the Bucks. Rockets got it.
I still think the Warriors are going to win it all. They lost last night because KD shot 8 times. Let's be honest. If KD shoots 8 times, they're going to lose.
All right, so let's jump into our first segment of the show real quick. We'll talk NFL. Not much to say, so we'll go ahead and get it out the way. I'm sure everybody's seen last night around midnight, Russell Wilson and his camp had a deadline set for him to reach a new contract. And Dustin had called it a couple weeks ago. We'd have a new richest player in the NFL, and he covered it.
Yep, Russell Wilson, 4 years, 140?
140, yep.
140 million.
35 a year, $67 million signing bonus. Topped
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers overall of Rodgers $33.5 million, $57 million signing bonus, so he topped him in
Yep.
both categories there.
One of the best quarterbacks in the league, probably the 3rd best.
Led him to back-to-back Super Bowl performances, won 1 Super Bowl, should have won 2. Really, I still think Patriots somehow cheated that game, but
Nah, bro, we didn't cheat.
yeah, I'm sure there was something happened that year. For some reason, odd reason, the Patriots won. But you were a Seahawks fan back then, so don't say, boy, your room was decorated Seahawks back then. You was the
No, not
biggest
that
Russell
year.
Wilson fan there was.
I was Patriots for life.
Oh, it was the year after they won the Super Bowl then? Did you
No.
just admit it?
I was a Seahawks fan because Hunter liked Peyton Manning, and that's my least favorite player of all time.
Well, that's all right. Russell Wilson, you've joined an elite level of talent. You're a good guy. Very deserving of it. He's been underpaid for years. I mean, $20 million is not really underpaid, but for someone of his caliber, top 5 quarterback every year, I'd say it was well deserved. He deserved to be the highest player in the league, and we're not too big on Rodgers, so I kind of like that he stepped up.
NFL news, while we're sitting here talking, I just got to update. Demaryius Thomas just signed with the Patriots.
Did he?
Yep.
Wow. Who else they going to get? They got to re-sign Randy Moss and bring him out. Terrell Owens going to come
Don't
try
even
for the
act
team
like
too.
Demaryius Thomas is that good.
He's still solid
Is
if
he
he can
gonna
get
be
past
healthy?
the injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming off a torn Achilles. Probably will only use him for about 10 catches next season.
We had
8 in the Super Bowl.
other news in NFL. I'd seen drafts coming up, of course, and I'd seen some draft grades and mocks and all that. And I'd seen where people are comparing Oliver, the D end out of Houston, to Aaron Donald. I was cracking up.
Ed Oliver?
Yeah.
He was the number 1 recruit going into college. He wanted to go to LSU.
I remember.
But he didn't because his brother played there.
Yeah, we talked about that on the show before, but comparing him to Aaron Donald, come on, man. Maybe the best defensive player ever. Best we'll ever see, most likely. And speaking on Aaron Donald, y'all see he was the first $1 million donor, gave $1 million to his University of Pittsburgh for, like, their football team and all that. But, yeah, shout out to him. Good dude. He could afford to with that big contract that he signed. Anything else on NFL? We'll go over the draft a couple weeks before. We're still 2 weeks out, so we'll go over it next Tuesday. Anything else on NFL, though?
Nah.
Sterling Shepard out of Giants signed a nice little contract, but I don't know, it's 4-year, $43 million. Good little contract, but that's not much to talk about. So now we'll jump into the next segment, which will be the NBA playoffs. Everything started. Everybody's played at least one game. Some teams played their second game last night. And so far, we've had quite a few upsets. The first day, we had 3 out of the 4 away teams and lower seeds win. And it's been a bit of a trend. So, might be some good series here.
Yeah. I think Orlando might push the Raptors to the brink again tonight. Kawhi, player prop. I recommend y'all take it for his points, because he's going to have to go ham tonight. But they got this dude for Orlando. He done turned into the East's version of James Harden. Terrence Ross. Dude shoots 15 free throws a night and about 23s. That's all he does. And he's been scoring.
Yeah, that first series you had mentioned, it's going to be a good series. I don't know. I think Toronto's going to end up pulling away with that easy. But a more interesting series that I've been looking a lot into is Nuggets and Spurs. I said it last week on the show that a Popovich-led Spurs team could beat a young and new to the scene Nuggets team, and it happened. Game 1, great game. Came down to a game-winning shot, and Nuggets didn't capitalize. But I think they bounced back and tied up 1-1 tonight. But I got Spurs winning that series. I'm riding with them just because of experience. Give me the Spurs.
Yeah, I'd take the Spurs, too, purely off of coaching.
I'll take the Nuggets. Up 1-0. I mean,
Spurs are up 1-0.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
San Antonio beat them by 5 in Denver. Yeah, they missed the game-winning shot. Yeah. A lot of people thought the Nuggets won. I was talking to like 3 people. I was like, dude, Nuggets won that game, right? I was like, nah, bro. They lost right at the end. They lost it.
I still think the Nuggets beat them.
Yeah, I don't know. Beat them at home, too, where they're untouchable, quote-unquote. But, all right, into the next series, we had Thunder and Blazers. Great game 1, low scoring. I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking of a little better game, but Damian Lillard came out. Dalla Dame and McCollum both balled out and were able to be a better duo than Paul George and Russell Wilson for game 1.
Westbrook, your names are terrible today.
What did I say?
Wilson.
Golly, way off on that. But anyways, yeah, what do you think on that series? Who you got?
Paul George is hurt. It's obvious.
What did he shoot from the field in the game 1?
He had 3 points at the half. I know that. I was pissed.
It wasn't good.
It was bad. I had him plus 8.5 though, so I wasn't mad.
I took him -1 second half. Guess what they won? They were down 6 at half. I took them -1 second half to lose by 5 or less. Lost by exactly 5. NBA playoffs, guys. Get ready to get rigged. Everybody. I wonder how many Warriors money line bets there were last night on people just trying to rake up on their book the day before it's paid out. Because a lot of books pay out on Monday or Tuesday. A bunch of people probably took Warriors money line as a safe bet, and them boys lost. So that'll move us into that series. Who do y'all got in Thunder, Portland? I'm going Portland with it. If Paul George is hurt like everybody thinks, and the reoccurrence of Damian Lillard and McCollum, they have to win eventually. So I feel like this is the year they finally get a series win and move on to the next round.
Yeah, give me the Trailblazers.
Give me the Thunder.
Nah.
Just too good.
Yeah, they're good, but I don't think there's enough, really. If Paul George is hurt, they're going to lose.
So far out of these, we got Raptors. Are you going Raptors or Magic? I know you said Magic could possibly win, but I'm still going Raptors in the series.
I'm going to go Raptors, but Magic ain't that bad.
10.5 tonight, plus 10.5. They'll probably get blew out game 2. Matt, what you got on Raptors Magic before we move on to the next set?
I'll take the Raptors and Kawhi.
Yeah, I got Raptors as well. Then me and Matt got Spurs. Dustin's going with Nuggets. Me and Matt are going with Portland. Dustin's going with Thunder. So we'll see what happens there. And then on to the next set, we got my Houston Rockets doing their thing. Easily won game 1. They were up big at half and kind of let it get back close. But it was a good game. Harden didn't score 30, but still scored 29. So he was right there. The team played good defense, and took care of the Jazz. So I see it happening again tomorrow night, and I see a 4-0 sweep, maybe go 5 games. Jazz may take 1 at home, but give me the Rockets in 4 or 5 in this one.
Donovan Mitchell, you let me down.
Oh, he sucked. Well, Rubio's back. Ball hog ass Rubio.
Man.
Who used to be a pass-first guard.
Donovan Mitchell, you suck. You know who doesn't suck? Y'all want to know, really? Lou Williams.
Lou Williams balls.
Yep, Lou Williams money line player prop bet yesterday. Smacked them. Had 3 points at halftime. Finished with 36.
The whole team had 3 points at halftime and finished with 136. What a comeback! Biggest comeback in NBA playoff history.
Y'all want to know who else hit yesterday? Curry's points again.
Almost took it.
Yep. Laren texted me and said, "Hey, can you give me Curry's points and Klay Thompson's points?" And I was at work busy. Didn't see it till 2 hours after the game
Both
started.
hit on.
Huh? One of them hit, one of them didn't.
Oh, yeah, it would have canceled out then. So you going, you bleeding Rocket Red over there? You going Rockets for this series?
Yeah, I'm going Rockets. I think Eric Gordon's too much. Eric Gordon, Chris Paul, Clint Capella,
James Harden,
PJ Tucker,
Look,
and
everybody
the
but
bench.
He gonna name
And what about
everybody but James
what
Harden.
about that defending MVP? Maybe back-to-back MVP. You gotta leave him out.
Yeah, I'm leaving him out.
That boy said Mike
Bro,
D'Antoni, Gerald Green. Let's go, Nene. Everybody but Harden.
It's the playoffs, bro. Who is James Harden?
He's still that guy. But Matt, I'm sure you're running as one. You're rolling with the Rockets too in
yeah.
this.
For sure.
All right, next series we got up is Celtics-Pacers. That was a good game 1. Celtics fought back, held them to, I think, the lowest ever in a quarter in playoffs. It was like 7 points in the third quarter.
8 points.
8 points the Pacers scored. This is 2 really good defensive teams, and I definitely got Boston pulling away in this one, no doubt about it.
I think Boston takes the game tonight, and I think Indiana for sure takes one in Indiana.
What about homeboy on his cell phone?
Hey,
On the bench for Marcus Smart for Celtics. Got fined for being on his phone during the game, sitting over there texting or tweeting a fan back on the bench. Y'all didn't see that? Oh, he got fined big because, he could be cheating or something. You never know, so it was a big deal. But who you got in that series, Matt? I'm sure you're rolling with your boy Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't think the Pacers got enough without Oladipo. If they had Oladipo, it would be one of the
it would be
better
home court
series.
advantage, Indiana.
Well, yeah, true, but give me the Celtics.
Celtics are gonna walk with it.
Celtics for sure. So Celtics
It's the
walk
first
away.
series best of 5, right?
No, it's still 7, isn't it?
It's 7.
Yeah, it's all 7 all the way through in NBA.
I hate that.
Yeah, baseball's different. But, all right, we'll move into the next series and talking about running away with it. Milwaukee, dude, they look unstoppable. I should have took their second half bet. I almost took it, but I didn't. They're going to run away on the Bucks, though, so give me Milwaukee, no doubt about it, and I think they're sweeping through. Maybe even the second round might sweep through, and they're going all the way for sure. I like what they got right now.
The Bucks, I was hoping y'all'd get tested in the first round because I'm really tired of hearing about y'all. But Blake Griffin, he's being a puss again.
Doesn't surprise me.
Sore knee, gonna miss the whole playoffs.
And Detroit's really a good team if you look at it. They're solid. Shouldn't have traded Tobias Harris, but whatever. Would have been a little better with him, I believe. But Detroit's got a good team for 8 seed, and Clippers got a damn good team for 8 seed. Just imagine, Clippers have room with what they have now for 2 maxes. If they get 2 super players on that team, bro, they're going to easily be a 3 or 4 seed. They're going to be solid.
Yeah, they're
going
to get Kawhi, and then the Lakers are going to get AD.
So, what about, do you think Kawhi and Klay Thompson can make Clippers a top 3 in the West?
Klay Thompson ain't going nowhere.
Man.
They can't re-sign KD, so they got to re-sign
Or
one
maybe
of them.
Boogie. Somebody's going. I don't know if anybody's going to want Boogie at this point, though. But let's stick with this series real quick. Who y'all think's taking that? Bucks all the way on.
The Bucks,
Bucks.
yeah.
No doubt about it.
That's
Now
my
we'll move
favorite
in.
to
Now
go
we'll
all the
move
way.
into that West 1 versus 8. Warriors Clippers. The big injury to Boogie. What was it exactly?
Quad injury, sick.
Yeah,
Looks
we had
sick.
sent a picture of it around the group chat earlier. I think it was Matt put it on there. Looked pretty swole to me. Swole and swollen.
You didn't see it. That was his quad on his. That was sick.
Yeah, it looked huge. Disgusting. But yeah, with that injury, man, I don't think Warriors are the same team. They're the same team as last year, which won the finals, but I don't think they're the same team that's going to just run away, like you said, 16-0. That's already a wash.
Yeah, no. Their bench sucks.
Well, it's hard to have a bench when you have 5 All-Stars on your starting lineup.
If it wasn't for James Harden sucking so bad in the playoffs every year, I'd say the Rockets could beat him. But James Harden, just like I said, sucks so bad every year in the playoffs.
I think this year is going to be
they'll
different,
get
though.
it. They'll get it to Game 7, and then the Rockets will hit one of 83 three-pointers, like last year.
Yeah, that was that rigged NBA. They had them magnets cut on the backboards and stuff. They were breaking shots like I've never seen. But don't remind me of that. Let's just slide into this next series with Warriors Clippers. 1 versus 8 seed, like we were starting to mention. It's tied up 1-1 after last night's thriller of a game. Biggest comeback in NBA postseason history. I think it was like a 33 or maybe even more. 31-point deficit. So, yeah, they came back. Lou Williams, like you said, with over 30 in the second half, did his thing and led a good Clippers young squad to a victory versus Warriors and give them a little confidence boost heading back to Staples Center, but no way I think it's enough. Give me Golden State. Probably going to sweep out from here, probably win the next 3. They need to because they're going to need rest.
I mean, just based off the past, you have to take the Warriors really. I don't think the injury to Boogie is enough to stop them from beating the Clippers, but maybe lose to the Rockets in the conference finals. But give me
Portland
Golden
may
State
even
for
give them a
now.
little run.
No.
Yeah, I doubt it. Who am I fooling? So, Dustin, I'm sure your Warriors still all the way.
Yeah, Warriors in 5.
Warriors in 5, gotcha. So, all right, we'll move into the last of the 8 playoff games, and we'll go with the 76ers in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's another one of these young teams that I'm really excited about. Your boy D'Angelo Russell, I think Lakers traded him way too soon. They should have let him develop and get more playing time.
They
And
chose Nick Young over D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, and basically Isaiah Thomas, in a sense. And Lonzo Ball, ugh. But anyways, D. Russell leading that team. They won Game 1. 76ers came back and blew them out the freaking water yesterday. Wasn't that the most points ever scored in a playoff game? Scored like 150 almost or something. It was the most ever in a quarter. They scored 50-something.
56 in one
Yeah.
quarter. Y'all saw you said Lonzo. Y'all saw LeVar Ball is trying to get the Lakers head coaching job.
Oh, my Lord. It'll never happen. We'll talk about that position in a second. I forgot all about the Lakers even existed this year. But, yeah, what y'all got on the 76ers Nets? I'm rolling with 76ers still. The lineup's one of the best starting 5s in the NBA, aside from maybe the Warriors. But I like what they got, and I think Game 1 was just a hiccup. They're going to settle in. They're developing still as a team. And I got 76ers running the table on this one. They may lose one more, but I got them winning for sure in 5 or 6.
Yeah, there will be one game where D'Angelo Russell's just on fire. 40-plus
40
points.
points, yeah.
Last night he was on his way to another good game. I had his player prop, and then, that 56-point quarter came, and he didn't play the fourth quarter.
So what's the deal with Embiid? Is he back to 100% yet or no?
No, he's playing 20 minutes a game.
Yeah.
He's soft.
He needs to get up because there's no way they're beating the Bucks without him, so he better get in there. There's probably no way they're beating the Bucks anyways. But I really like what the 76ers got this year. Matt, what you think on them?
Yeah, Embiid's health is a real concern, but they're going to beat the Nets. It's the Nets, historically bad, and I don't care. You're just bad. And if the 76ers could get all 5 to click at the same time, it's like 2 will go off this game, then 2 the next game. It's just like everybody's trying to have their night instead of just sharing in like the Warriors.
All right, so we'll go all the way around the board with 76ers there. Kyle Guy from Virginia declared today for the draft I had just seen. Warriors announced that Cousins is out indefinitely. We covered everything else there. So let's run through the games for tonight real quick. OKC and Portland. They got Portland a 1-point spread at home. Kind of surprised it's so low, but I guess the analytics think that they're going to tie it up 1-1, and I guess I'll vouch for that. I'll go with that. I'll take Thunder tonight and tie it up 1-1, headed back to OKC. It's going to be a good series. It's going 7 for sure, which is good for Rockets or Warriors because they'll get a wore-out team since they're going to sweep for sure. But what you think tonight?
Thunder easy.
I guess we're all three going Thunder.
Yeah, I don't see them going down 0-2, but if they do, I think they're going to fall out of it for sure. Their confidence is going to be shot, and you know Russell Westbrook, he's a crybaby, so I'm sure they'll win this one tonight. Magic Raptors, obviously I see Raptors bouncing back. They got them a 10.5 spread. I wouldn't touch it, but be wary of this Orlando team. Like Dustin mentioned, a bunch of guys coming out of nowhere this year for their team, and they could definitely put up numbers, so watch out for them, but I'll still take Raptors in this one for sure.
Yeah, give me the Raptors.
Give me the Raptors, but Lowry, we got to score.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. He is tripping. Like Dustin mentioned, worse than playoff Harden, playoff Lowry. But I think it's a mental thing, and I think he'll get back from it. He just needs some confidence from somebody. Don't get it from Drake, though. Don't get it from the sixth guy. That boy's got Kershaw this year. They might get beat first round because of that. The Drake curse. I forgot who finally beat the Drake curse the other day. Who was it?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, somebody did. It was a fighter or something, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Michigan State. He was wearing Michigan State, and they lost.
That boy's something else right there. But, all right, last game of the night. We got a good one. We got Spurs and Nuggets going up again in Denver. We'll be in Denver next week. Me, Matt, Frank, of course, going there for Frank's bachelor party. Going to be a great time. Wish Dustin was off and he could go, but half the panel is going to be gone. But we'll still get our show in, and we'll have a special edition while we're there of the podcast, so y'all stay tuned for that. We may do like a backpack podcast while we're trekking up the mountain there in Colorado. It'll be pretty dope. But on this last game tonight, Denver at home versus Spurs, I'm going to go Denver tonight to tie it up 1-1. But it's going to be another good game, another low-scoring game. If Spurs can hold them to under 100, I think they win again, just like last game.
Give me the Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Nuggets to bounce back at home.
All right, so I guess that's it for NBA playoffs. A lot shifted with the injuries to DeMarcus Cousins and a few other things going on as it's progressing. We'll continue to keep up with it and follow the teams through, and we'll head out of NBA there. I guess that's it on it, and we'll head into MLB updates. Another good week. Astros, of course, I'll start it off my squad on a 9-game win streak. They're finally hitting the ball. Altuve, best second baseman maybe in the history of the league when it's all said and done. So give me the Astros. Keep running this series. It's going to be a good series, though, but give me the Stros this week.
Hunter was saying the same thing about Dustin Pedroia not 5 years ago.
Yeah, but Pedroia was injury-prone. Altuve's not. Altuve eats his Wheaties.
Yeah, he was hurt last year.
He missed a couple games.
But Altuve is on fire right now. On fire. Speaking of on fire, my fantasy team, I blew Matt out last week. Killed him.
Half my team's on the injured list, boy.
He just couldn't keep up with my Braves, my Killer Bees. Screw the Yankees and their Killer Bees. I mean Boston and their Killer Bees. It's about the Braves and their Killer Bees. Killer Braves, boys. Smashing Donaldson, Markakis, Acuna. All on my fantasy team.
How many points did they score in that week?
Probably close to 100.
Yeah.
Between them 30 players.
Exactly.
Probably each of them really scored 30 plus. Because I know Markakis had double digits back-to-back weeks games, and so did Donaldson.
They just lost that series to the Mets, didn't they?
No, they beat DeGrom and tied it 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I told y'all we were going to beat DeGrom.
Yeah, Atlanta's coming around, man. I really like what they got. I was telling somebody Sunday night, I guess it was Aaron. He don't know a whole lot about baseball, but I was explaining the contracts that Braves got on Albies and Acuna Jr., and he was like, damn, that's pretty good. They're going to be good for a while. I was like, yeah, man. Then we were sitting there watching that game, and I was like, I think Braves could win the NL this year, so I'll give you props there. I'm definitely going to be pulling for them. Nobody else I'd rather see come out of the NFL. I'm not big on the Dodgers making it for the 10th year in the NL, not NFL. Whatever.
Yeah, the Dodgers, I'm tired of seeing the Dodgers. They ain't got no pitching, although Kershaw looked pretty sharp last night.
Against the Reds.
First game back, though.
Yeah, first game. Dude, Peterson and Bellinger, if they keep it up, that's going to be a pretty potent lineup.
Well, Bellinger's hurt now.
Of course.
Yeah, I came in this morning, was watching a video on Hunter's laptop, and Bellinger was talking about how he was getting an MRI on his knee.
That boy got busted, bro. It looked
Oh, he got
bad.
hit by a pitch. Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot.
it was bad, dude. I watched it.
Really?
Oh, he locked up. That boy folded. It looked like it hurt. It was direct, dude.
He still
It
played,
was,
though.
Ooh, did he?
I thought so.
Damn. He looked hurt when I seen it. I watched it happen live. Watched the replays, too.
Dodgers
It was
better
pretty
watch
bad.
out for them Padres. Padres in first place in the division.
Yeah, Padres look nice. Old Tatis, or however you say it, leads the team in
Tatis.
home runs, is batting 300 almost. 15 RBIs or so. He looks solid.
He hit a foul ball
runaway
the other
rookie of the
day.
year.
He hit a foul ball the other day. It would have been the most impressive home run I've ever seen. He cleared the foul pole on a line over that little building. It was every bit of 500 feet. I was like, holy cow! You know, you crush a foul ball when Sports Center shows you hitting a foul ball.
Look, all I know is Dustin. Every time somebody hits a home run, Dustin called me, bro, did you see so-and-so's home run? You see the video of it? He smashed it.
Bro, Altuve has been smashing, though.
Did you see Acuna's 462-footer? Hit the back wall in the Braves stadium.
I have to check it out. I'm sure I can find a video on it somewhere.
And then
but I don't think,
Donaldson,
like you were saying, San Diego, I don't think they're going to end up winning that division. Although they are good, I think Dodgers will end up running away with it if Kershaw can get back into form. What'd y'all think last night? How'd he look to y'all?
he looked good to me. 7 innings, 84 pitches, not bad.
Yeah, that's a...
Puig took him deep in the first.
Yeah, Puig took him deep. That boy hit the bat flip on him and everything. Stare down, whole 9 yards in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, Kenta Maeda's going to hit him tonight.
It ain't going to hurt, I'll tell you that right now. Boy, throws lollipops in there, son.
They better wait till Walker Buehler's pitching, huh?
Yeah.
Walker Buehler's like, shoot, I played with that guy. I don't want him charging the mound on me.
Dude, he's been terrible this year, hasn't he?
Who, Buehler? Yeah, he's terrible.
Terrible.
Yep,
Trash.
Colton
People are
called it.
jumping on that fastball.
We talked about it before the season started on the podcast, and Colton had called it, and you had discussed it. But, yeah, we'll move out to the AL for this next part, I want to say. AL East, Tampa Bay looks real deal. Like we had mentioned the 2 previous weeks, their pitching looks good. Another good pitching matchup tonight, and they're playing Baltimore, who's laughingly second in the division right now. That won't hold up for long, but Tampa Bay looks solid, so I like what they got out there. They definitely have a chance to make it this year.
I'm so tempted to take Baltimore in these plus 280 games when they're winning right now. Bad teams win early in the year because they have players that nobody knows how to pitch to.
Yeah, I agree there, but Tampa Bay, y'all heard about the A's, Blake Snell, what he done, right? He's out 10 days. He's on the 10-day IL. Broke a couple toes on his foot.
Can I catch a
Did he
break?
really?
Yeah,
son?
y'all didn't hear what happened? He was in the bathroom at his house. Like remodeling his bathroom or something, and dropped a piece of granite on his foot and broke a couple toes.
Bruh.
On his lead foot, too. So this boy's out for at least 10 days on the IL, yeah.
Are you
It just
kidding
happened
me?
earlier today, yeah.
Son, Hunter,
I gotta go
I'm
look
not
at
kidding.
I got Snell and Clevenger just went down last week, bruh.
What
and
happened to-
Lester went down.
What happened to Clevenger? And who
Bruh,
is
who
Lester?
knows?
This man's still in the league?
Yeah, he pulled a hamstring trying to leg out a double. But, dude, why?
this. Not trying to leg out a double, legging out a double.
Oh, no, he was safe.
But yeah, we'll go Tampa Bay in that division right now. They're hot. Dustin has called it so far out in the Central. Twins are still looking good. I thought they were going to lose that matchup last night, but they carried through and won that. I still got Cleveland winning out there, though. Cleveland's starting to come around. They look decent. The injury to Clevenger is definitely going to suck and hold them back a little, but I think Cleveland's going to be all right out there.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on out there. They need pitching. Minnesota needs pitching. Cleveland needs hitting. But I won't trade off of my team because Nelson Cruz hasn't been playing and they're still whipping them. So,
Look,
All right, so that's out Central. We'll move into West for a second. We still got Seattle, #1 in the Astros division. That's not going to hold up for long. But they still have the best record in baseball at 13-6. Houston just swept them 3-0, and Houston is now, like we had mentioned, they started off 2-5. I said let them get home, and they'll be all right. 6-0 at home this year. So I see them continuing that. although they're on the road in Oakland, I think they still win this series. So give me Astros easily still winning that division, and they're getting hot at the right time. So they're starting to swing the sticks. So Astros got to keep it up. They're going to be a safe bet for the next couple of weeks, I feel like.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
the lines will start getting juicy, and Vegas will find their way to do some magic. We'll have Bartolo Colon out pitching Justin Verlander again. Some crazy shit.
Yeah, Verlander sucks too.
And Bregman still hadn't came around, so once he comes around, you already know Astros easily winning 100 games this year, so might pull off a 20-plus game win streak like Indians last year. I think it's easily possible. So we'll move out to the NL. Who you want to talk about out in the NL East in your squad aside from Atlanta? Phillies
The
definitely
Mets.
took a step back this week, and Mets have took a step forward.
I like
Yeah.
the Mets, dude.
I want to talk about the Marlins. Y'all are just so bad. We appreciate y'all's 3 free wins every time we play y'all.
Come on, Derek. You got to do better.
Derek. Oh, Jeter. Man, he sucks. Well, no, I was talking about the Mets. They got a rookie named Pete Alonso who is not going to keep up what he's doing. So, I think the Mets just really aren't that good. Steven Matz has never been good in his career. You don't get good overnight. Now, Syndergaard and DeGrom's got dinged 2 starts in a row. Gave up 6 and then gave up 4 this time. I don't know. I'm not on the Mets bandwagon anymore.
Yeah, I'm not too high on the Mets, and like I mentioned a minute ago, I think Atlanta takes that division easily, starting to get some pitching back to normal. So I feel like Atlanta wins that easy. Donaldson's getting hot.
They're
Their
getting mad
lineup's one of the best lineups in the league, in my opinion, 1 through 5. Not quite as good as Astros, but damn near. Probably one of the best in the NL for sure. But yeah, I like Atlanta still coming out of that division. They're getting hot, 7-3 at home, so you don't want to play them at SunTrust. And yeah, so Atlanta,
They're getting
solid.
mad bum at the trade deadline. It's happening.
I don't want Mad Bum. I want Keuchel. If I'm
No.
them, 1 year, $15
No.
million.
No,
Why not?
because he sucks.
He's better than some of y'all's pitchers easily.
Yeah, but,
He's better than Tehran, who's y'all's freaking ace right now.
but we're also Tehran's pitched good this year.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, I mean Max Fried. What we gonna do? Take Max Fried out? Dude hasn't gave up but 1 run in 2 starts. What we gonna do? Just throw our young pieces away? The ones we've been building
They
up?
don't need to. They ain't got to sign. They got a shitload of money. Braves got a pocket full of money to spend, even after these 2 contracts. They just
Yeah,
gave
that's
out.
why we're gonna trade Austin Riley and we're gonna get Mad Bum and we're gonna re-sign Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But I guess that's it out there in the
Wait a
East.
second. This boy was just telling me last week that we didn't want Josh Donaldson next year. He's trash.
Yeah, and then I decided
Until
that
he got a couple solo home runs, and now he's
No.
freaking
no,
runner-up MVP for the 10th
no,
time in his career.
until I saw that they were trading for Mad Bum, and what it's gonna take to get Mad Bum is we're gonna have to get rid of our top third base prospect, Austin Riley, and I'd much rather have an ace and one that I know in the playoffs is gonna go get it.
And I'm sure Giants wouldn't be opposed to sending Bumgarner off. They're probably going to win 60 games this year like they always do. So I could see that happening. But let's move out Central where we have some good teams this year. Once again, everybody but Cincinnati in that division's good. Milwaukee, of course, solid, one of the best teams in the
Cubs
NL
suck,
overall. Nah, Cubs are all right still. Cubs
Dude,
all right.
they're bad right now. for
Pittsburgh
real.
and St. Louis, though, are both still solid. So that's going to be a tough division to win, but I'm definitely going to stick with Brewers out there. Yelich with the 3 home run night. That's your NL MVP most likely, I believe we had talked about preseason. But, yeah, Brewers are looking solid, so I see him keeping it rolling out there through the
Acuna's
next
gonna
couple
win
weeks.
MVP.
I
He's
don't
gonna
know.
get the Mike Trout treatment. People don't like to give the same person MVP twice. That's why you think Harden ain't gonna win MVP this year.
Yeah, I hope he does.
They don't give it to the same person 2 times in a row.
So, what y'all think out there? Milwaukee's going to keep it rolling, but St. Louis definitely a threat for a wild card for sure.
I need to discuss some displeasure with the Brewers. Josh Hader last night. You gave up a run.
Did he? What a mortal sin, Josh Hader.
Hader gave up a run. First run he's gave up this year. And I don't know how I can handle it. Dodgers the other night, loaded the bases on him, no outs, didn't score on him. Struck out Bellinger, Seager, and got Turner to pop out with bases loaded. So that's just a disappointment. I want to say it was a solo home run. But haters suck.
Sticking with Milwaukee out there and possibly St. Louis in a wild card.
No,
You think?
St. Louis is going to win the division. All they need is a pitcher.
So Brewers in a wild card probably. Sign Keuchel. Somebody sign Keuchel. He's not that bad. And he has an orange McLaren. So come on, somebody get him. He's got one of the nicest car collections in all of baseball, but can't sign a damn contract. He got more money tied up in cars than he does in MLB contracts.
Well, Craig
Guaranteed.
Kimbrell said he wants to be the highest paid reliever. He doesn't want $25 million no more. He just wants to be the highest paid reliever.
Which is what, 20, 18?
I think it's like
Kenley Jansen probably.
Somebody got it's a 5-year $67 million, and then one person's got a 3-year $37 million.
I really think Kenley Jansen's still one closer I would not want to face. I watched him last night in a bad situation, gave off a lead-off double, and then struck out a couple guys to end the ninth. But that fastball moves, dude. It gets in there way quicker than it looks at whatever it was, 95, 98. It looks way faster than that in movement, dude. I would really hate to face him.
Did you see Diaz last night?
What'd he do? Strike out the side again?
Oh yeah.
Boy, he's solid.
You know what I like about
In the 11th inning.
about Hader? You know what I like about him? He throws like 90% fastball and beats people.
Oh yeah, and you can't. I mean, it's a fastball that's freaking moving like a curve.
95-mile-an-hour fastball and people can't hit it. He will tell you where he's throwing his fastball and people still can't hit it.
So we talked about the last division out in the NL, the West. I think Dodgers still easily run it, and I don't see another team making the playoffs unless San Diego can stay a little above 500 and get a spot. But I doubt it. I think your two wild cards are going to come out of the Central, whether it's St. Louis or Milwaukee, and then the East, whether it's Atlanta or Philly. So I don't think anybody out there is making it aside from the Dodgers, and that's it on baseball, each of the divisions. Any news y'all have heard lately out in baseball that we're forgetting about?
No,
aside from Blake Snell's bathroom break bomb I had to drop on y'all.
You just crushed me with that one, son.
Yeah, Greg Bird's heading to the IL.
Once again.
Which is not surprising. They just need to cut him.
Then your boy Zambrano going to try to make a return. Cubs' old pitcher.
Carlos Zambrano.
Boy used to break baseball bats over his head. He said he's back. And then, of course, we have the notorious Red Sox and Yankees series coming up, first one of the year. Chris Sale is pitching tonight, and he's not a favorite for the first time I think I've ever seen in my life. They're not a favorite with him on the bump. But it should still be a good series. And eventually one of the teams are going to have to get to 500, so we'll see.
Hey,
Sale's getting dinged tonight, son. I can just feel it.
Sale versus Paxton tonight.
Lefty on lefty.
And nobody's really excited for it because they both got 7+ ERAs.
Yep, Paxton. I think Paxton outdeals him tonight. I don't know. I think I might sit Paxton in fantasy tonight. Hey, y'all want to hear a pretty savage fantasy move? So Sunday I benched Kluber in fantasy, and he scored -11 versus Matt. Because I knew Matt wasn't coming back on me.
All right, so I guess that's it. We got an MLB there, huh?
Yep.
So that's it for MLB, NFL, and NBA, so that leaves UFC. Let's talk a minute on that. We had a great fight this weekend, one of the best cards I've seen in a while. It was real top-heavy, like I'd mentioned. Not much action in the undercard as expected, but when it came time for the champions to fight, they did their thing. We had Dustin's guy, Stylebender, fighting for the middleweight championship versus KG, Kelvin Gastelum. It was a banger. It was a war, 5 rounds. We got a new champion, second African champion, so congrats, Israel Adesanya. He did his thing out there, and if y'all didn't see the fight, go check it out. It was flames. Post-fight and pre-fight, we had a little call-out by Israel Adesanya on John Jones. He called out Bones Jones, said he was a bully, he was a fake, he would never beat him, all this. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in the next couple fights. And then he ate his words after the fight and said, I'm not ready for Jones. Maybe 3 more fights or so, and I'll be ready. And Jones is just eating it up. He's like, I smell fear. He's like, if I even smell a little bit of fear, then I'm going to kill you in the octagon. All this, and I can't disagree. I love Stylebender and what he's got, 17-0, never been beat. But calling out Bones Jones at 205, come on now. You're going to have to eat up 20 pounds and beat the best fighter ever. That's tough. But how'd he look to you? You said you watched the fight.
Yeah, he looked good. It wasn't as impressive as I thought it was going to be. But
to go 5 rounds with Kelvin Gastelum, that was tough, dude, because he dropped bombs. Israel got dropped right off the bat first round, but then he ended up dropping KG like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, 4 times.
He dropped him 3 times in the final round. I couldn't believe they didn't stop it. He was smashing him at the end of the fight. But like I had said, dude, Stylebender, he's a different breed. I can't wait for Whitaker to get healthy and him fight for the strap versus Whitaker, because that's going to be a hell of a fight. I don't know who's going to win.
I'm ready to see Stylebender and Alex Ovechkin go head up.
Ovechkin, that shit was funny. We don't ever cover hockey, but it is the playoffs, teams fighting back for the Stanley Cup or whatever it's called over there in hockey. Really don't keep up with it. We had a few fans ask about it. Like Dustin had just said, Alex Ovechkin the other day dropped a rookie, or it may have been today, I'm not sure, but we watched the video before the show, and it was hilarious. We might have to put it on our Instagram, so go check out Legends Never Die podcast on Instagram. We might have to upload the video later, but Ovechkin with the pop knot on the boy on the rook, knocked him out cold on the ice. But anyways, we'll move into the next fight championship. We had Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. What a banger. How could I forget not to mention it last week? Shout out to Poirier. He won the fight. Deserved it. Definitely has been a long time coming for him to be a champion. But I forgot he was right here from Lafayette. So less than 1 hour away, we now have 2 UFC champions from Lafayette, less than 1 hour away. Frank used to train there in Lafayette. I think Poirier might have been the guy from y'all's gym over there. Yeah, Gladiators Academy. But yeah, Dustin Poirier did his thing. Broke Max Holloway's 13-fight win streak. It was a banger. I also encourage everybody to go watch that if you didn't see it. Full 5 rounds of just beating the shit out of each other. But both fights were a 49-46 unanimous decision, so it was easily scored in Adesanya and Poirier's favor. What a great fight. McGregor called it. McGregor said that Poirier was going to win. He's fought and beat both of them easily, knocked both of them out. But he said he think Dustin was going to win the fight, and he said, to 2 great opponents, great fight, blah, blah, blah. I can't wait to see one of you again in the ring soon. So McGregor's coming back. I don't know what he's doing, but he's coming back for sure. I wouldn't mind him coming back right now, fighting Poirier for the 155, taking it back, because he would definitely smash Dustin Poirier. And then he'd fight Khabib again in September when he comes off suspension. So look forward to that, maybe getting in the works. I could easily see him coming back just because he knows he could win that belt. Or look for Tony Ferguson to finally get his shot at the belt and get to fight Poirier. I think Tony would also beat Poirier. I think everybody would beat everybody, but at the end of the day, Khabib smashing all lightweights, no doubt. He could move up to 170, I feel like, and probably smash Usman or Woodley. I don't know why he doesn't do it. I would like to see Ben Askren and Khabib at a catchweight. I really want to see that happen.
Askren would be his worst matchup.
Yeah, 2 freaking beasts of wrestlers, but Askren's the best.
I feel like Askren's stronger than him.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best in the world. He's beat the best wrestler in the world.
Hey, I'll give y'all a money play real quick. Y'all ready for it? For UFC, Henry Cejudo is an underdog.
Versus Marlon Moraes. I can't believe it. And that'll be for the 135 Bantamweight Championship. What's the date on that?
June the 8th.
So that's what, 239? That's still way away. See what UFC event?
238.
238. So we still got 237. I forgot who's headlining the card, but I know it's a couple women's fights. So it's probably not going to be a huge seller, not being sexist here, but the fights will be good, but not that good. It's not going to be a huge card. Maybe Bones Jones may be on it, but he's fighting Santos, so another dust fest.
Bones Jones is on 239.
He's on 239, so another dust fest. Who's 237? What chicks? Holly Holm and who?
That's 239 also.
Damn, who's 237 then?
Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes. 37's over with. That was this past week.
Okay, what's 238?
238 is
Moraes and Jessica I and
Valentina
Shevchenko. Yeah. Bullet Valentina. Yeah, I knew it was a women's fight coming up. Nunes is supposed to be fighting again soon too, I think.
Yeah, she's supposed to be. Yeah, she's fighting Holly Holm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger.
Minus 335.
That's it.
Yep.
Dude, Nunes is unreal. When she went in there and knocked out Cyborg, dude, I couldn't believe it. First women's 2-weight world champ and the greatest woman UFC fighter of all time. She beat the brakes off Ronda Rousey and everybody that beat Ronda Rousey. And not many people beat her, so Amanda Nunes, you're a GOAT. Can't wait to see you fight again. You're actually an exciting woman to watch fight. Michelle Watterson, Karate Hottie MMA. Y'all go check her out. She's also on the come up. She trains with John Jones. She's coming for a title for sure. But she's going to have to take it from my girl Thug Rose, and I don't see it happening. Thug Rose is a beast. Rose Namajunas. But anyways, I guess that's it on UFC. Looking forward to seeing how this whole thing plays out with the 155 strap. Now that Poirier's there, see if Holloway drops back down to 145 or if he tries to stay. I'm sure he'll drop back down to 145 and defend his strap over there. Be looking forward to seeing who he fights, and then looking forward to, of course, if McGregor's going to come back and who it's going to be against. So we'll keep y'all updated on the UFC news, and we'll transition out of there. We got anything else? The Will Wade. We had Will Wade, LSU's head coach.
Yep,
got reinstated
by the team. Paul Feinbaum said this is going to be a quick reinstatement and then back on. But I know a friend who follows a lot of college basketball and college basketball insiders, and he thinks that the NCAA is just going to cover this up, put it under the rug and cover it up.
It wouldn't surprise me if that's what happens, but I guess that's all we got today, guys. Keep watching for updates on the NBA playoffs, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday. But before we leave, we'll give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Legend Gear and Apparel. Go check them out at legendgear.co. Custom apparel, watches, sunglasses, phone cases, wallets, all kinds of stuff over there. So go check them out on Facebook and Instagram at Legend Gear and Apparel and use discount code LND10 for 10% off. And also go check out our sponsor, Legend Wood and Artifacts, at legendwoodsman.com and on Instagram at Legend Wood and Artifacts. Cool stuff over there. Nice wood art, custom primitive artifacts, arrowheads, all that good stuff. You could also use the same discount code LND10 for 10% off over there. And we'll see y'all next week in Colorado.
Cast me far away. Play these little games.